I'm going to start by showing you guys what the syllabus looks like for trig functions. So, as you can see, what we're going to start with is kind of some preliminary stuff to do with trig. So we're going to be learning about radians and calculating the lengths of arcs and areas of sectors in circles. Right? This stuff is pretty short. Once we've gotten over that, then we're going to be looking at functions, which as you can see is a lot bigger. So we're going to be looking at how to graph these functions, the effect of parameters on these functions, and then also using trig functions in different contexts for word problems. Then we're also going to be looking at solving equations involving trig functions, including the use of the Pythagorean identity. So we have a lot to get through today. So let's get started. Let's start with radian measure. So what we've been doing so far when we're kind of looking at angles is we've been using degrees. That's what we've been using in, say, year 8, 9, 10 so far. But when we get into year 11 and year 12, we're actually going to be using a different unit some of the time for degrees. And this is called radians. So, radians are used especially for calculations involving circles and trig functions. So, as you can see, 1 radian, right, is measured on our circle like this, right? This is 2 radians and so forth. So, on a circle, pi radians is actually 180 degrees. So, a full circle is going to be 2 pi radians, right? So, let's go through the conversion for these radians. So, to convert radians to degrees, we need to multiply by 180 on pi. And to convert degrees to radians, we need to multiply by pi over 180. So, if I were you, I would kind of come up with a way to remember which way around these go. The way that I remembered that my teacher taught me when I was in year 11, which may or may not work for you, is that when you want to convert to a certain value, you need to look at the numerator. So when we want to convert to degrees, we have the degrees measure on top, which is 180. Right? If we want to convert to radians, we have pi on top, and pi is the radian measure, right? Another way to think about it is if you want your radians, say you want to convert degrees to radians, you're going to have your degree measure multiplied by pi over 180. And looking at this, you can kind of see that your 2 degrees measures are going to cancel out, right? Alright, so that's just another way that you can remember which conversion you are using.